Téa Leoni reveals hilarious behind-the-scenes moments with Jenna Ortega and Paul Rudd while filming Death of a Unicorn. Téa Leoni recently opened up about the exciting and hilarious behind-the-scenes moments she shared with her co-stars Jenna Ortega and Paul Rudd while filming Death of a Unicorn. The actress, best known for her role in Madam Secretary, gave fans a glimpse into the camaraderie and fun that unfolded on set during her appearance at the South by Southwest Film and TV Festival, where the highly anticipated film premiered. The upcoming dark comedy has been generating buzz thanks to its intriguing plot, star-studded cast and quirky premise. With Ortega and Rudd in leading roles and a supporting cast featuring Richard E. Grant, Will Poulter, Jessica Hines, Sunita Mani and Steve Park, the film promises to deliver a blend of humor, fantasy, and drama. But it's not just the on-screen story that's capturing attention. It's also the off-screen antics that have the cast and fans talking. E-biking adventures in Hungary. During an interview with People magazine, Leoni revealed a particularly wild and unexpected moment that took place while the cast was spending time together off-set. The actress described how the cast decided to go on a group e-bike ride while filming in Hungary. What started as a casual outdoor excursion quickly turned into a high-adrenaline adventure. "We were all on e-bikes in the middle of Hungary and we went off-roading," Leoni recalled with a laugh. "Jenna and I went one way and looked just in time to see Paul Rudd jump a ravine like E.T., like Free Willy, an epic leap." According to Leoni, the moment was both terrifying and hilarious. "Paul literally took off like he was in an action movie," she said. "It was like slow motion. He just lifted off the ground and sailed over this ravine, and somehow he made it to the other side." Despite the risky nature of the stunt, Rudd managed to land safely, much to the relief of his castmates. "I've never laughed so hard," Leoni added. "That was fun." The bond between the cast. Leoni emphasized that the bond among the cast members was a huge part of what made the filming experience so memorable. She shared that Ortega and Rudd developed a playful dynamic on set, which translated into authentic chemistry on screen. "Jenna is so sharp and quick-witted, and Paul is just effortlessly funny," Leoni said. "It was impossible not to laugh when they were together." She also praised Ortega for her professionalism and talent despite her young age. "Jenna is an old soul," Leoni remarked. "She carries herself with so much grace and maturity. It's easy to forget that she's still so young because she approaches every scene with incredible depth and understanding." As for Rudd, Leoni said working with him was a dream. "Paul is one of those people who makes everyone around him feel comfortable," she said. "He's always in a good mood, always making jokes, and yet he knows exactly when to get serious. He's a total pro." Plot and characters of Death of a Unicorn. Death of a Unicorn follows the story of Ridley, played by Jenna Ortega, a teenage girl who embarks on a strange and darkly comedic journey with her father Elliot, played by Paul Rudd. The story takes a surreal turn when the pair accidentally hit a mythical unicorn with their car while driving late at night. Shocked and confused, they decide to bring the creature's body to a high-stakes crisis management summit hosted by Elliot's boss, portrayed by Richard E. Grant. Grant's character quickly sees an opportunity to exploit the unicorn's mythical properties, which are believed to have miraculous curative powers. The summit becomes a chaotic and morally questionable event as powerful figures attempt to capitalize on the unicorn's death. Leoni plays a key role as a member of the wealthy and dysfunctional family hosting the summit. Her character's motivations remain mysterious throughout much of the film, adding to the tension and intrigue. Will Poulter, Jessica Hines, Sunita Mani, and Steve Park round out the ensemble cast, each bringing their own comedic and dramatic flair to the story. The film's blend of dark humor, fantasy, and family drama creates a unique tone that sets it apart from typical comedies. Jenna Ortega and Paul Rudd's chemistry. One of the most anticipated aspects of the film is the dynamic between Ortega and Rudd. Ortega, who has gained widespread acclaim for her performances in Wednesday and Scream, brings a nuanced and layered portrayal to Ridley. Meanwhile, Rudd's charm and comedic timing create a natural chemistry between the father-daughter duo. Leoni shared that the two actors quickly formed a strong bond off-camera, which translated into their performances. Jenna and Paul would sit together between takes, running lines and coming up with little improvised moments, she said. "That kind of connection is rare and it shows in the film." Ortega herself has spoken highly of Rudd in previous interviews. "Paul is hilarious, but he's also incredibly thoughtful," Ortega said. "He gives you space to explore a scene and he's always supportive. I felt really comfortable working with him." Behind-the-scenes shenanigans. Leoni wasn't the only one to share stories about the off-camera fun. According to Poulter, the entire cast bonded over long nights on set and impromptu hangouts. We'd finish shooting at crazy hours, but nobody wanted to go home, Poulter said. We'd sit around, play games, and just talk. It felt like summer camp. Ortega echoed that sentiment, saying the cast became like a second family. We were all in this small town in Hungary, so we really only had each other, she said. We'd ride bikes through the countryside, explore little cafes, and just spend time together. One memorable moment involved Rudd convincing the cast to try Hungarian street food. Paul's like a walking Yelp review, Ortega joked. He knows where to find the best stuff. We ended up eating these amazing pastries in the middle of the night. The film's themes and tone. Director Alex Sharfman has described Death of a Unicorn as a modern fairy tale with a dark comedic edge. The film explores themes of greed, exploitation, and the value of innocence in a corrupt world. It's about how people react when faced with something magical and pure, Sharfman said. Some want to protect it, others want to exploit it. The story asks, what's the price of innocence? The film's whimsical yet biting tone is reminiscent of works by filmmakers like Wes Anderson and Tim Burton. Sharfman cited the Royal Tenenbaums and Edward Scissorhands as key influences. The humor is dry and dark, but there's a lot of heart underneath, Sharfman said. At its core, the film is about the relationship between Ridley and Elliot, how they navigate loss, fear, and hope together. Anticipation and release date. With a release date set for March 28, Death of a Unicorn is already generating early buzz. Critics at South by Southwest praised the film's unique tone and standout performances, particularly highlighting Ortega and Rudd's chemistry. Leoni said she's excited for audiences to experience the film's surprises. It's not what you expect, she teased. It's funny and strange, but it also has so much heart. Fans are eagerly awaiting the film's release, and the behind-the-scenes stories from the set only add to the anticipation. Whether it's Rudd's daring bike stunt or the cast's late-night bonding sessions, Death of a Unicorn is shaping up to be more than just a movie, it's an experience.